Hi guys, this is Joan from Jillian's Plant Corner, Jillian's mom. So the other day, I was browsing on Facebook just like any other days, and I stumbled upon one post on group Philodendron monstera. I'm not sure if that's the proper name, but I'll just type it down here below or here. This guy, let's pop him here. He was doing air layering, but the difference is he did a hack on it. I'm not sure if he just came up with this idea or he got it from another person just like me, but I find it very interesting. I find it more stable. So he had a Philodendron melanochrysum, and I do have here a Philodendron Florida Beauty. Hopefully it doesn't cover my face, but yeah, I have here a Philodendron Florida Beauty. And philodendrons and monsteras, they do have aerial roots. I'm not sure with other genus or species or group of plants, but philodendrons and monsteras do have aerial roots. They use that to cling on supports like wall, another tree in the wild, for them to climb on and reach more light, because plants eat light. Basically, that's how they produce their energy. So aerial roots, and then at the node, that's where the new leaf or new growth will come out. So with air layering, basically you're gonna wrap around the media, in this case a sphagnum moss, a moist sphagnum moss, not drenched but just moist. You wrap it around and you use a cling wrap, and that's it. That's air layering. Some people do use soil. I've seen that, but I think that's more common for fruit-bearing trees, like those harder stems. But in this case, we're gonna use sphagnum moss. But on the guy's hack, he used what they call this, a nursery container. This one, like, it's very easy to cut. He cut it, made a hole at the bottom, and wrapped it around, and put a clothespin underneath it to hold it in place. I think that's very ingenious. So we're gonna do it today, okay? And I'm choosing this Florida Beauty because it's so leggy. It became so leggy because of me, because of my neglect. It was in a very good arid mix when I used to use soil on all of my plants, but I transferred it to Leca because I can monitor more if it needs water, or like it's okay with water, because it's the, you can see like there. So it's passive hydro, and so far it has given me new leaves and another one on the go. So on the way, I mean. So with this plant, my plan is to do air layering so I can cut it by springtime, I hope. It's already February here in California and it's starting to warm up. And then there's this nub that's been trying to happen for how many months now. Like, no, plants, they're survivors. They will thrive and they will grow. So I think that's what it's trying to do since I was bad. I was bad in taking care of it, and I see another nub there. So yeah, join me as I try this hack on air layering, and hopefully by springtime I can show you how it went. Here are the materials that I ended up using: a plant, sphagnum moss, clear or cling wrap, a nursery pot, and a bendable wire. I have my sphagnum moss moist. What I did there is that I soaked it in water and then squeeze out the excess water. So it's just moist. Like when you touch it, it's wet, but it's not dripping wet. Then I cut the cling or clear wrap that I have to the size that I need it to be, basically the height of the stem that I want to cover where I see the aerial roots are. And with the bendable wire, I just, not tight but loosely and not too loose either, place it on the stem so it can anchor the nursery pot in place once I have this sphagnum moss wrapped around the stem. Now you can put your sphagnum moss just like when you're making a sushi, like you put the rice on the seaweed wrap, but here you put the sphagnum moss laid on top of the cling wrap and then roll it around the stem where you see the aerial roots are, because those aerial roots are the ones you want to develop as roots that will be the source of nutrients for the plants eventually. So just lightly wrap it around the stem, lightly but snug, but not too tight either that you're gonna break off the stem. And now you can situate the nursery pot that was pre-cut, and you put a hole at the bottom that will fit the stem, but at the same time not scar the stem. Just fill up the area with more moist sphagnum moss. You can use a tape or a rubber tie, but I'm just using the bendable wire again because that's what I have to somewhat tighten the nursery pot around the sphagnum moss, just to secure the area. With the extra cling wrap or another cling wrap, just cover the top so the sphagnum moss won't be exposed to air, because exposure will make the sphagnum moss dry out faster, and you want it moist. You don't want it dry, you don't want it too wet, just moist. So the nursery pot is set in place, assisted by this bendable wire that's underneath it, and I also made sure that all of the aerial roots exposed are covered by the moist sphagnum moss, but also at the same time the growth buds that I was pointing out earlier are exposed, they're not covered. So here's our air layered philodendron Florida Beauty. Hope you learned something from today, and again, I learned this idea from another person, and as a plant mom, we can share ideas. Please comment what you can suggest for me to do in the next videos, and always be blessed. Don't forget to check out my other videos, and please like and subscribe, and see you next time here at Julian's Plant Corner.